Welcome to another episode of Afado Q&A interview series. Today we'll be discussing about autism. Autism, more commonly referred to as autism spectrum disorder (ASD) by clinicians and families. This is a biological condition that limits a child's ability to develop social relationships and communication. This sickness is widespread, affecting families. Here with me today on the show is someone who has been working with autistic children, Mrs. Eunice Zainab Sulaiman.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
What is autism?
Autism is a development disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and also interact. It is characterized with challenges like social interaction with children, communication, and some repetitive behaviors in children.
What are the early signs of autism?
Early signs in children with autism is this. Some of them, they avoid eye contact. They hardly look at you when they want to do one thing or the other. They avoid eye contact completely. And some of them, there's no affection in them. You just see them like this, as in we have this distant look in them. And some, they don't like to be called. Even when you try to come close to them, they will move back. Yes. And some, you see them, there's some tiptoeing. When you look at their leg, you see they don't really balance their feet on the ground. They tiptoe. And there is this delay in communication with them. They have speech problem.
Part of the signs, you said the
Eye contact?
eye contact. In the Yoruba land, wouldn't that be a misunderstanding? Because, they say the young should not make eye contact with the elderly.
But these people we're talking about are children. You understand?
Yes.
They are children, maybe below 2 or above 2. It doesn't have anything to do with this Yoruba culture.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the main cause of autism?
Actually, we can't really say that this is the cause of autism. You understand?
Okay.
But there are some things, so many factors, according to people, that can cause autism. The general accepted one is abnormality in the brain structure. That is how the brain functions. You understand?
Yes.
And some other people say something about gene. You understand? The genes in them. Some say it's hereditary, which we're not sure of. And some say it happens when older women give birth to children. You understand? Okay. So many factors, but up to now, there's no real known cause.
What should parents do when they discover their child suffers from autism?
That's an interesting question. Most parents, when they discover that the children are suffering from this autism spectrum disorder, they work with their children. They try to cope with the children or with the problem that the children have. You understand? Yes. By paying full attention to that child. Paying full attention doesn't mean that they neglect other children. No. But they try to balance up so that the child affected will not be left out. So most of them put their lives on hold because this disability needs a lot of attention from the parents. You understand? And it also costs a lot. So that's why I say kudos to our parents because they put their lives, their own social life at all to make sure that
their child comes out big.
Yes.
How can siblings be included in the care of children with autism and related abilities?
They can be involved by the parents. That is, the parents informing them of their siblings, as their brother or sister's problem. You understand? First-hand information about autism. They explain what autism is to the siblings so as to know how to go about it. And the siblings also follow up. You understand? They try to interact with the autistic child in his own level. This is a place where the therapists come in to lecture the siblings about autism so that the ones at home, is the autistic siblings we'll be able to follow up with him, interact with him, come to his level of understanding. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And they try to give him simple instruction that he will understand and also follow up. They show love, they show affection, and they never neglect.
So all you're trying to say is that support shouldn't come from only the parents, but the whole family, right?
Yes, it depends on the family as a whole, but it is important for the family to carry the siblings along so that they can all work together to achieve the same aim in managing the problem.
Sorry, can children outgrow autism?
According to what we heard, autism is not curable, but it is very manageable. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, it deals with communication, social skills, and some other things. So, the more the child grows, the more he understands. And it is manageable, but it is not curable. That's just it.
How is autism treated?
Autism is treated with some special services like therapy. And we have different types of therapy. We have the behavioral therapy, applied behavioral therapy. We have family therapy, that is between the family. Then we also have speech therapy. We have occupational therapy, sensory processing therapy, or sensory integration therapy. So all these work for an autistic child. So in every area of the child's life, we have a therapy to go with it and therapists to work with them. So that is how it's being treated.
Is there a particular recommendation for this?
Yes, there must be a recommendation because you must go to the hospital, you understand, and meet with the doctor that specializes in such, you understand, before you will determine what kind of therapy your child wants.
Oh, thank you.
Because we have a lot of them that doesn't talk. They have delay in speech. The speech therapy deals with the child's speech, while the behavioral therapist deals with the behavior of the child. Because sometimes they throw tantrum. So you will like to control their behavior. And that is where the behavioral therapist come in.
Would you like to share your experiences with autistic children?
Working with autistic children is very challenging, but at the same time, it's very interesting. Because working with them makes you to be more patient. You learn how to be patient with children and with life in general. There are children that you have to take your time to teach. What you will teach our regular children that they will understand immediately, it can take weeks or even months for an autistic child to understand. So you just have to be patient and take everything step by step. So it's really a wonderful thing working with autistic children.
You said what you teach a normal child in a day, it could take months for an autistic child to grasp. Is there any special schools you could recommend for an autistic child?
Yes, we have some special schools for autistic children that they attend, but not all parents can afford that. And also, the mainstream school, some autistic children still go to the mainstream school where they have their special program, which is called IEP, Individual Educational Program. So the teachers in that school work with the program for the child. You understand? Yes. So it helps the children.
Please share your contact with us for people who are interested in knowing more about autism.
My phone number is 080-5918-9630.
Thank you once again, Mrs. Zainab, for coming on this show. You've broadened our knowledge on autism.
It's my pleasure.
We've come to the end of another exciting episode of AFADOC Q&A interview series. We would like to catch you here next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at AFADOC TV. Thank you.